Hey, what's going on, Geminis? Butch here. I am going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. Today I'm going to be using the Incromancy Tarot. I forgot. You ever have one of those moments where you just forget what you're about to say when you already knew what you're about to say? You know it, but you lost it. So the Incromancy Tarot, absolutely one of my favorite decks. It was a gift. I mean, the colors alone and the pictures, but the fact that each card was designed by a different tattoo artist, and I love tattoos and I love tarot, so it works for me. So anybody, I highly recommend it to anybody that, does tarot themselves or just collects decks. You can't go wrong. That's just my 2 cents. With all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what do we have for Gemini? Gemini. All right, Geminis. So the first thing I see, Geminis, I feel like the energy around you is someone that you already know. Now this could be somebody that you're already involved with. It could be someone that you're involved with, but I feel like there's times when it feels like it's almost like a friendship. It's more of a friendship than a relationship, or it could be somebody that you're friends with, and there's definitely something more, but we're not exploring it. But with that past person is somebody that you already know. And I feel like there's a lot of hot and cold energy with this person. I feel like there's moments when this person seems totally into it, but there's also moments when it feels like they're holding back. We have the 8 of Swords as well. Woo! We have the 8 of Swords. It's almost like a self-imposed prison. It's like this person, I feel like they want to tell you more, but it's almost like it gets on the tip of their tongue, and it's like they hold it back for whatever reason, and it causes them to step away and feel a little bit distant. And from time to time, they are going to feel distant. With this person, I feel like their true feelings, I don't think they've ever really showed you them. I do feel like they hide them from you. With that 7 of Swords, I do feel like they are hiding some things from you, but I don't feel like it's anything that you need to worry about. But I feel like it does cause you anxiety at some point, because at some point when you realize, that the person that you're with or that you want to be with, that you have this amazing connection with, which I do feel like you do have an amazing connection, it's very strong. It can be very complicating, very confusing when that person's not opening up to you, when they don't feel comfortable enough to open up to you, especially with a Gemini. Geminis need that communication. They're the communicators. They can't be left in the dark. You gotta be very transparent with a Gemini. And I know this. I'm a Sagittarius Sun and Moon, but my biggest experiences in life are with Geminis. Like my best friend is a Gemini. It's Rose is a Gemini, Fierce Tarot. So it's one of those things where you got to be very open, because if you're not open, sometimes you tend to leave things unsaid, which kind of leaves the door opening for you to start making your own ideas of why they're not communicating with you, or why they're not participating, or why they're not making you feel the way that you feel like you deserve. But with this person, like I said, it is that self-imposed prison. It is that process of holding back, and they are holding back. I feel like when things start getting really close, that's when they hold back. I feel like it's a bit of fear. I feel like they're afraid to open up, and I feel like from what I'm seeing here, I feel like there's multiple reasons why. I feel like the energy that they're giving you has caused conflict between the two of you, and I feel like they take that conflict as uncertainty, and it's almost like they feel when this happens, I feel like they have a tendency of blaming, not so much blaming you, but putting that on you is why you know, it's almost like one of those animals that's very skittish. You go to pet them and everything's good, and if you make one sudden move, they take right off. And that's what I get with this person. I feel like they're inching closer, but it's not enough. They're not opening up, they're not communicating. And like I said, with a Gemini, that's very important. One of the most important things I think about being with a Gemini is being very open and honest. The Geminis don't have time for the bullshit. They don't want to deal with it. They start feeling the bullshit, and unless they care a hell of a lot for you, they're out. Now with this person, I feel like I said, I feel like there's a lot of flirtatious energy. I feel like, you have moments when you guys couldn't be any better. And that's when I feel like, it lasts, but then it's gone again. I feel like in the everyday life, I feel like this person's very, very confident. They know what they want, and they want to be with you. They know that. We have the Two of Cups. They want to be with you. We have Two of Swords, or Two of Wands. They know exactly what it is that they want. It's the execution part of it. It's doing it is what's complicating them. This person only thinks about you. They don't want to go anywhere. But I feel like I said, they're in that self-imposed prison, and they keep going. They go for the day pass. They come out, and I feel like everything goes good. And once once they get a little bit, over their head, they go right back, and they lock themselves back in. And it's like we're not getting anywhere that way. But like I said, sometimes I feel like you feel like it's more of a friendship that you have with this person, because of the fact that you do have such a good time. You do have such a great connection, but they're not pushing the envelope. They're not moving forward. And because of the lack of nourishment, it feels like sometimes you're barking up the wrong tree. But what I do see is I do see what you've been waiting for is coming. I do see forward movement. What I do see is I feel like this person, I feel like they're finally going to open up. And I feel like when they open up, it's going to be a lot of truth. I feel like this person has a lot of things to say to you. And I feel like they've been holding back, but I feel like now, and that's the thing. Sometimes when we have things to say to people, we don't say them, even though we know what we need to say. And with this person, I feel like they've been holding back way too long. And it becomes very, like I said, a lot of anxious energy. Mostly for you. Some people are with the right person and they don't even know it, because they're not trusting their intuition. I feel like this person hasn't been one that trusts their intuition. I feel like with this person, it's almost like they're ignoring everything that's screaming at them to move forward, to make that move. I feel like this person has moved very slowly up into this point, and I feel like that's part of the reason why I feel like you feel distant from this person sometimes. Like I said, I feel like things are good when they're great when they're good, but I feel like one wrong move, you feel like you're walking on eggshells sometimes with this person because it's one wrong move. It's like they revert back to that shell. But like I said, I do see things moving forward. I do see this person freeing themselves. You know, sometimes when we really care about somebody, we have really strong feelings for somebody, and we hold it all in. It's almost like we're in a prison. It can be very, you know, you can go through depression, you can go through anxiety, and it's because you're bottling it all up. But I do see this person freeing themselves from that. I mean, this person wants to be with you. They want to build a foundation with you. And I feel like when they open up, I do see a lot of big changes. And one of those big changes, I feel like you're going to feel more committed to this person, like they're more committed to you. And I feel like that communication is going to be like a breath of fresh air. I don't know why I can't talk right there. It's almost like you feel like they don't care about you sometimes. And I feel like that can weigh on anybody. But there's also, like I said, there is times, this person is very protective of you. And I feel like you feel that. And that's where it gets confusing. When somebody's protective of you, someone that you have a great connection with, when they get distant, it's almost like, what the hell is going on with you? And when they're not communicating, it doesn't give you any answers. It just gives you more questions. But like I said, this person isn't walking away from this. I do see them freeing themselves. I do see them opening up communication with you. And when that communication comes with that Queen of Swords, I feel like it's going to be very honest, very to the point, almost too honest. It's because they've been bottling it up. It's almost like when you bottle something up, it's like a volcano. Like it sits there and it waits, and then without even really knowing it, it just explodes. But this isn't a good way. I feel like this person's been holding back this way too long. They weren't nurturing it. They weren't making you feel, with their words. So many people think that they're doing enough. They're in a relationship. They think they're doing enough. But if you think you're doing enough, you're not. 100% you're not. Because you doing enough, the word enough just right there should tell you you're not doing enough. Because when you're with the right person, nothing's enough. You go above and beyond for that person. That's your person. That's the person you take care of. That's your ride or die. That's the person you want to be stuck with, when shit hits the fan. But like I said, I feel like it is going to get a lot better. I do see a lot of forward movement. This person wants to be with you. This person is loyal to you. This person is protective of you. This person truly cares about you. But like I said, I feel like they, sometimes I feel like they pick up the wrong signals as well. And that's part of the reason why they revert back to that self-imposed prison. But I feel like when they open up to you, I feel like it's going to be a huge relief for you, releasing a lot of that anxious energy that you've been holding on to. Knowing where you stand is very important. And when you don't know, it's like you're flailing around. But I feel like it is going to move forward into a place where we're letting go what doesn't work for us. Now, I'm not saying this person's going to be overly, I feel like they're going to be honest with you. I feel like they're going to be straightforward with you, but don't expect this person to change overnight. I do feel like it is moving. It is continuously moving forward. And I do feel like there's going to be a huge moment where, you get clarity of what this person wants. And the fact that you felt like this person didn't care about you, I feel like that's going to change. I see a lot of huge change when it comes to that. And I do see changes when it comes to your relationship. But one of the things that I want you to remember is that I don't feel like this person's going to change overnight. I do feel like they are going to be honest with you. They're going to be open with you. And it's gradually going to get better. Don't expect this to be fixed in one night or 1 week or 1 year. But it is gradually going to move that way. It's not like you're going to be waiting forever for this person to get their shit together and then just find out that, they've been just wasting your time. This person truly does care about you. I mean, they love you. That's clear. They only think about you. They only want to be with you. But like I said, I feel like very confident in their everyday life, but when it comes to you, I feel like they lack some confidence and they need to build that up. And I feel like they are. It's funny how the most confident people, when they get with someone that means so much to them, that confidence can fly out the window pretty damn quick. And I feel like the fact that this person doesn't communicate with you, I feel like it makes it even harder for this person to really gauge what is going on between the two of you. It makes it complicated, and it's their fault. If you don't ask the questions, you don't get the answers. Now with this person, we have all signs. And people keep saying I say all signs at the end. I just say what I'm getting in the read. Sometimes I don't get all signs. It's what comes in the read. And, it is what it is. At the end, I just like to kind of remind people what we've seen during the read. But I seen like one or two comments of people being annoyed by the fact that you keep saying all signs at the end. I don't really ever say all signs at the end. This time I am, for you. Christmas is coming up. Saturnalia is coming up. I know there's people celebrating Hanukkah. For all you out there celebrating anything, I don't want to leave anybody out. I wish I knew every holiday that people celebrate, but for now, I'm going to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I hope you find yourself surrounded with people that love you and that you love. I hope you're safe. I hope you have fun. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.